For the better part of the last decade, one Toontown server has somehow, surprisingly managed to stand above the rest. A Toontown server far too large for its lack of updates, moderation, and care from its developers, and that struggles to bring any new content. Of course, I'm talking about Toontown Rewritten. Today, we will be taking an unbiased, in-depth tour of the question: is Toontown Rewritten safe for your children? Detective Freeze here. Our first lead on this case stems from the fact that prominent members of the Toontown Rewritten team, such as Joey Ziolkowski, the game's creative director, are former Toontown online hackers. This could suggest that they don't have the best intentions regarding player data. The next lead, whilst with no concrete proof, comes from the fact that it has been rumored through multiple people that downloading Toontown Rewritten triggered a warning from their antivirus. The reason I'm calling this non-concrete evidence is because it could possibly be a false positive. But considering the staff's past and the fact that Toontown Rewritten themselves have been hacked before, I think it's safe to assume that downloading Toontown Rewritten is a security risk. Though perhaps a more convincing part of this lead comes from the domain registry for the Toontown Rewritten website, which is registered in Iceland. This is very suspicious because they could be based in Iceland to avoid extradition. The game's moderation is also very lax, and the moderators do not take their job seriously at all, sometimes waiting multiple months to ban rule breakers, if at all, which can lead to a lot of cyberbullying, harassment, and other forms of inappropriate behavior. You can see where this would be a problem in a game that primarily appeals to children. This takes us to the final lead, the Toontown Rewritten community. Even though Toontown Rewritten is primarily designed for children, it has also attracted a large number of older players who are over the age of 18. The presence of these overgrown community members is extremely concerning, as some of them use the game to online date, and others have been exposed for behaving inappropriately with children. Because of the moderator's negligence, these individuals are allowed to operate freely within the game and its community, which may put children at risk. This concludes the trial. Detective Freeze has determined that Toontown Rewritten is unsafe for children. This is just my opinion, however, which was based off of all this evidence. My opinion is that you shouldn't allow your children to download and play Toontown Rewritten. That concludes this investigation. Detective Freeze signing off.